30-yard line. Time running out here on the play clock. And now with the play clock winding down, Jason Garrett opts to take a timeout. He'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. They go to Elliott again. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. Now that play was doomed right from the start.
He just about ran into every defender on that one, didn't he? It felt like everyone got a piece of that tackle.
Prescott to throw it. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
That's a first down if he holds on, but you saw the contact, able to jar it free from him and force a 4th down.
Great play defensively there, as you said, just to knock it free, because if he had caught that, past the sticks, 1st down. So on 4th down, here's Chris Jones to punt it away. Back deep for the Seahawks, the all-pro returner from 2015, Tyler Lockett. Now it's Lockett. It's a 41-yard punt, but just a net of 31 following the run back. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Lacey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
Big boy.
Well, how about the credit then for the defense to be able to chop that big tree and put him on the ground?
I know back when you played, it took 4 of you to take a guy like that down, right?
Well, that's for sure. And you know what else? I didn't want to challenge him to dinner either.
Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
Or else just sit back. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. David Irving in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. They'll indeed go for it with Wilson. He's got Lockett. And he's finally taken down, and it's a big gain there on what will turn out to be the final play of this first quarter. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. From the gun, it's Wilson. Flush to his right. And some room to work. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down at will.
And we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Dancing to his left. Looking for Lockett, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
So the D-line's going to spread out. On the counter, Elliott. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
Second down, Prescott. Looking downfield for Dez. And that's caught inside the 30. The gain of 39 that time. They'll try the right side with Elliott. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Ezekiel Elliott, 27 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now Mike Nugent for the extra point. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. On the return, the All-Pro 2 years ago, Tyler Lockett. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run some of your best offense. Instead, they turn the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. Now Wilson on second down.
All right, partner, despite my eating habits, I'm not big enough to play offensive tackle, nor am I quick enough. But with the defensive ends nowadays and their speed, those guys have to be able to punch and dance, and it's a tough, tough job to contain them.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Now it's Wilson. And And he'll get it up here this time to the 21. Call it a gain of 3. And that's going to make it 4th down. Here we go on 4th with Wilson. Over the middle, complete. That's Richardson. They'll get 32 yards there. And it's good enough for a Seattle first.
And they pick up the first down on a 4th down play. I don't know if the defense relaxed because they thought maybe they'd stopped them on 3rd down, or if they just didn't protect the sticks very well. But, boy, that's a big-time pickup right there.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. 2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout. Now Wilson on first down. He'll set up the screen to Lacey. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. A good convergence there defensively. Only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Wilson will throw again. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Paul Richardson, 31 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. So they're going to go for 2. Throwing again here, Wilson. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that extra, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Jaron Reed. Busting throw to get him for a loss of 6. They'll try the sweep with Elliott. And he'll find some space up to about the 25. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. On the left side, he finds Beasley. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 39. A Dallas first down. Prescott hooking up with Beasley. Fresh set of downs here. Prescott now. And this one caught by Beasley. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Prescott urging his guys to go quickly. They need to get up and set. Prescott now on second down. He's airing it out for Williams. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
On 3rd and 1, here's Prescott. Oh, they would have gotten the conversion if he could hold on. Instead, the drop means it'll be 4th down.
On 3rd and 1, I think everyone in the stadium thought they'd try and run the football there, but they tried to surprise the defense and hit something through the air. Instead, it results in an incompletion.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They're indeed going for it. It's Prescott. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Seahawks, they'll get the football back in outstanding field position. And out now come the Seahawks. And this is a spot late in the clock near midfield, though. Maybe take a couple chances, see if you get in field goal range.
You do that if you have trust. And this should...
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On second down, here's Wilson. He's going to air this out for Baldwin. Oh, he almost had it. Already with one interception, just missing his second there.
A pretty rocky start in this game for the guy throwing the ball. Already has thrown one interception. Almost threw a second one right there. All he's doing right now is giving the defense a whole lot of confidence.
And the Seahawks on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And this offense has converted twice already here in this first half on 4th down conversions. And here we go again. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. And likely time for one final play here in the half, so they will go for it on 4th down. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for
everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. One key thing to watch today will be the battle in the trenches. The Bears are top 10 in rush yards allowed, and they're going up against a Lions team that will need to figure out how much it can count on the run.
All right, thank you much, Larry. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to one of our favorite spots, venerable Soldier Field in Chicago. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Detroit Lions. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And he's got room. He will not go down.
Got to retape those ankles.
And all the way down to the 29. A huge play there right off the bat. 46 yards on the ground. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. Now, let's go.
A first carry now for Jordan Howard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Another nice run there by Jordan Howard. And when we talk about fresh legs, how about 2016? Jordan Howard, the #2 rookie rusher. Heck, the #2 rusher in the NFL behind another rookie, Ezekiel Elliott.
In the first 3 weeks of the season, he only had 12 carries. So once week 4 hit, really found his groove. Knocks it, and he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Bears take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This one fielded at the 5. And with a marker down, he's up just past the 25-yard line, but I think they're going to be going backwards. Let's check the call. Now they'll run it on the toss. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Offense looking to avoid a 3rd and long. It's 2nd and 10. Play clock winding down. Now a run. This is Alfred Blue. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down. So the Lions go backwards there, and unfortunately that's something they saw a lot in 2015. They had the fewest rushing yards of any team in the NFL.
And it's one of those dubious titles that no one really wants to claim. Even teams who say, well, I'll worry about running it because we throw it all the time. Being able to run it when you want to is a key to success in the NFL, and Detroit struggled doing that.
All right, here we go. No. Check. Patriot. Leopard. Over.
To throw on 3rd down. Moore. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So it goes as a fumble, but the key thing, not a fumble loss.
Yeah, that stat's big, isn't it? I mean, I remember watching teams play. The ball might be on the ground a number of times during the game, but the other team doesn't get it. That's a huge difference in the ball game. And in this case, they were able to retain possession.
And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. This is fielded at the 27. 62 yards on the punt that time. Wow. And it'll be 1st and 10 Bears from deep in their own territory. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And still a lot of football to be played in this season. We're only in November. A lot can happen between now and January. But if it ended today, they would just be on the outside of the playoff picture looking in. So a lot to fight for.
Yeah, and wasn't it interesting in our meeting with the coaching staff that they all made sure to let us know, we know where we are right now, but the playoffs don't start tomorrow. We still got some time, and they plan on putting it together, formulating a streak, and the whole month of December is still left to play. They think they can get in.
And they made it very obvious to us that there's no playoff talk in the locker room right now. It's win this game and look to next week.
Excellent focus.
So the offense has it 1st and 10.
Watch it now, Barney. Now let's go. All right, now look at 56.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down. 5 yards there, and remember Howard last year, 5.2 yards per rush, so right around his average. The only Bears running back that's averaged that many yards per carry in a single season, Walter Payton.
And if Jordan Howard can keep up that type of pace, the city of Chicago will surely embrace him.
Lucky 56. No. Check. Patriot. Black 99 Philly. Here we go. All right, here we go.
Trubisky, draw play, gives to Howard. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Third and 4. Here comes the D swarming to the line. Now it's Trubisky, and this is going to be incomplete.
Let's face it, perfection is something we all chase, whether it's playing this game or whatever we do. Hard to attain, but that's what they were searching for as that pass goes incomplete.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this ball is going to be down now right at the 10-yard line. Good spot. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And to be frank, they're just in a tough spot. It's only November, already eliminated from playoff contention. I know their fan base doesn't want to hear that, but that's the case. What are they fighting for now going forward?
You know exactly what they're fighting for is that word that some people don't want to hear, but it's pride.
Draft. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I was going to go draft, but pride's better, right?
Well, you know something? You're right, because that's part of it, but that's two different mindsets. That's front office mindset, draft position, where are we going to be and what do we need to get? And then the players and the coaching staff right now, pride. Can they win some games and feel better about themselves despite the fact they have no shot at the playoffs?
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
All right, here we go. Boom, 90. Boom, 90.
They go again with blue. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Moore, off play action. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. Oh, and that's caught inside the 35. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34.
I think by now it's been demonstrated quite well in the NFL that mobility is an attribute. But when you couple it with accuracy, you've really got something going. Able to get outside the pocket and complete the pass.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
This is the running back, Blue. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a third down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him. The Bears have put an extra defender in the secondary on third down.
Yep, they're in the nickel. Now Moore. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. Now it's Matt Prater on for the Lion field goal try. From the right hash, it's a 46-yard attempt. And this one is right down the middle. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So he splits the uprights there, and I would imagine it's nice as a kicker. Right when it leaves your foot, you know it's good.
Yeah, it's kind of like a golfer that picks up his tee after a nice drive without even watching it land.
Solid analogy. I like it. It's Marcus Wheaton now to return it. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. While we have a minute, we remind you that later tonight we'll have a couple of NFC East rivals squaring off, the Eagles and the Cowboys from Big D.
Or Arlington. Got to make sure we get it right.
To be more precise there in the Metroplex. Then tomorrow night, Week 11, we'll wrap up with a playoff rematch from the divisional round a year ago, the Falcons and Seahawks, but this time from Seattle. Now a play fake here on first down. Completion left side to Miller. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 33.
So much goes into a successful play, doesn't it? How about that play action there? Freezing the defense just enough to bring the tight end free downfield for the completion.
This is Howard on second down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Powering his way forward. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Chicago. Jordan Howard with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Bears are able to show off their quick strike ability. Barth now for the extra point. This one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal, field goal, field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder. It puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
Dance class, anyone? Did you see the steps between the quarterback and the running back on that counter play?
That's what you need for a good counter.
You have to have it because you're setting up your blocking. There's a timing element as well, but they have to marry up their steps. Otherwise, that timing gets thrown out the window.
Timing was great there and a big run. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line is just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe you keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
To throw is Moore. To throw on second down. And Jones has it over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Blue. Heck of a move and then brought down near the 23. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
And that's exactly what you want on a first down run. Pick up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 5. The defensive line, though, they've got to figure out a way to out-leverage the guys up front because the offensive line is winning at the point of attack.
They'll try and run again with Blue. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
Riddick with a carry. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
They go back to Riddick. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They run with Blue. And he'll go backwards, losing yardage to the 5. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Soldier Field following this short break. Here's Moore, looking to throw on 2nd down. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Pernell McPhee in there to get him. And that's sack number 6 for him on the year. And taking a gander at the NFL scoreboard in Minneapolis. It's the Rams that have grabbed the early lead. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. More now. Throwing on 3rd and long. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Fair to say, hasn't been his best game throwing the football, but also not getting a lot of help out there either.
Yeah, you nailed it pretty well, you know. He's got to throw it better. Got to get more help. Obviously one that should have been caught. They got to find a way to bring those 2 elements together so they can make some progress in this one.
And that field goal caps an 11-play drive.
That's a lot of offense to run to only get 3 points, but they'll take them. Anytime you can put anything on the board, you run to your sideline somewhat happy.
This one fielded at the 5. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Looking to throw, Trubisky on 1st down. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion.
Let's go. 1, 9,
And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
That second down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did, to get them into a manageable 3rd down, because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This time, Trubisky will throw. He's got him in, complete. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking for White on the deep ball. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
They run play action for Howard. Now Trubisky looking deep downfield. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
And the Lions going with an extra DB here on 3rd down.
All right, here we go. Green, 39.
Throwing once more, it's Trubisky. Trying for right, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he's able to get it back to the 41-yard line. Maybe he telegraphed it a little bit right there. You've got a quarterback knowing that he's going against a rookie quarterback. He stepped in and picked it.
You think he had a great week of preparation, looking forward to this opportunity? And the second part of that is, when you're a young quarterback, you are going to stare down targets, but oftentimes your playbook hasn't expanded to give you full field reads as well. Makes it a little bit tougher for him.
Some tough running, but it only gets him to the 45. Now, before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number one. To throw on second down. Moore. Looking downfield for Jones. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. A big play there just before halftime. 48 yards. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, a chip shot here. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And high fives for that one as that drive ends in 3. So they're still down, but they are able to salvage 3 here heading into the lockers.
This is what you work on from the beginning of training camp. Heading into the half, put some points on the board. No matter what the score says at that point, you've accomplished what you set out to do.
Very short kick. This will be taken by one of the up men. So we come upon halftime here at Soldier Field with the Bears out in front as we send you down to our EA Sports Studios in Orlando where we find our man Larry Ridley with our halftime report. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. The Lions offense now with a football first here to begin quarter number 3. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Ten yards still left on second down. Now Moore. Off the play fake. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Adrian Amos with a pick. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
And they'll start this drive with very good field position. After the interception, here's Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Miles Killebrew with a pick. And he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
The drive starts with a run by Blue. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. Second down. Big boys down there in the trenches, and a nice play to stop them cold. Nothing there.
Yeah, when you talk about big boys, you're talking about those defensive tackles, those nose tackles. They're not just big, they're immense. And what a big-time play there.
Shift together here from the D-line. On the carry, this is Blue. And he'll be taken down at the 18. And he's able to get most of what he needed on the carry there. 7 yards on the gain, and it's 3rd and 2 now. More now. The left side completion to Jones. And he will get the first down as he's up to the 20-yard line. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep the drive rolling. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. As they run the counter play. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now.
Watch it now, Barney.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Wasn't that long ago that the NFL guys really didn't adopt much from the college game. But one thing that has crept in there is spreading things out, opening things up, not even just in tempo, but maybe getting better line splits and spreading the field. I think that would be a great strategy right now to try to open things up in the run game.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Danny Trevathan. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. That's now his 2nd interception in as many weeks from his linebacker position.
And think about all the different techniques he has to employ in a passing situation. Is he spot dropping because it's zone? Is he picking up man-to-man? Is he having to run with a running back or a tight end? In any event, great eyes, head on a swivel, and excellent hands.
Yeah, versatility and showing those hands. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Throw left side complete. That's Miller. And he's going to be marked down deep in Detroit territory. And the offense lining up 1st and 10. From the red zone now, here's Trubisky on 1st down. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Trubisky with the give to Howard. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Here we
This is Cohen on the toss. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Bears will add on to their lead. And this one gives his guys a 12-point lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. So here come the Lions now. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
Second down following the incompletion. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And to give this time to the tailback. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. He lost 4 there, and it's third down.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
The Lions on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Moore. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Mark Barron. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation. But sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Now they'll run it with Cohen. And he'll fall forward to the 29-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
The best defensive linemen, they play with great leverage so they can get low and not get bowled over by offensive linemen. They have excellent hands. They can throw people off on a play. We just saw a great example of a really good run stop by a guy playing the defensive tackle position.
Now Trubisky to throw on 2nd. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Those throwing windows get a lot tighter near the end zone, don't they? And here's the thing. You already probably have 3 points in your hip pocket. You force a throw here and give up an interception, you come away with nothing.
Especially tough in the middle third of the field where he threw that one. Off the play fake. Here's Trubisky. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Steve Longa with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Back now at Soldier Field as we're about ready to rock and roll for the 4th and final quarter. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the second time. Now this is going to carry well into the end zone for a touchback. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you've got to do something
Heads up.
to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he gets this one all the way up to the 40-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. At this stage, this drive's got to be touchdown or bust because you need two of them.
And if I'm the offensive play caller, I'm not just looking at my dagger plays downfield. I'm looking at some of my specials, something that can fool them and give you a big play now.
With a sense of urgency.
No doubt.
Now the Bears electing to call a timeout defensively. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Looking to throw. Moore. He's going to let one fly for Tate. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on and it's second down. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. They'll run it now out of the gun, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. And the trend continues here in the fourth like it was in the first, second, and third. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. But bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on fourth down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out.
Here we go now. All right, now, Detroit. Set. 3-19. 3-19. Over. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he connects with Ebron. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 21 that time. And it's good enough for a Detroit first down. And here comes play number 6 on this drive.
Here we go now. Gun.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
No gain on that run, and while the team is down, there's still time to come back and win the football game. If I'm the offensive coordinator, though, I've got to think about moving at a faster pace and maybe opening things up a little bit and throwing it a little bit more.
Ebron caught left side. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
The interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target.
Here we go.
Moore on 3rd and 2. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Jones. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to third down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
They'll run. This is Blue. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up 2nd and goal.
Well, it's been the air game that's taken them down on this drive before they finally turned around and handed it off on the last play.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive. Will they be able to revert and fire out and create some space in the run game?
2nd down, the ball on the 2 here, 2nd and goal. And he's not even going to get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. This linebacking core, they've done a good job of keeping that running game in check, haven't they? And they're going to get to him, a sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Nick Kwiatkowski in there to drop him for a 6-yard loss, and that'll lead to a 4th down. And now before they run this 4th down play, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. The field goal doesn't help. They're going to go for the 6 here on 4th and goal. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And no, it's incomplete. They can't hook up here on the 4th down pass attempt, and the Bears will get the football back. So now with a 2-minute warning coming up fast, that puts a mammoth dent in their comeback hopes.
I like how you phrased it. It's a dent because there's still opportunity. They've got to get the ball back on defense, obviously twice. But guess what? This thing is not close to being over. They need to go ahead and play it out.
Not over. As you said, 2-score game still.
Now let's go. Green, 39.
They'll start things on first with Torrey Cohen. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And this is scooped up by the Lions. And they will set up shop, red zone territory at the 13-yard line.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th.
Hurry up, here we go. Good, 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 good.
To throw is Moore on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. That's Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. A good start there on 1st down. They've got to have this drive.
No doubt about it. Down a couple of scores. They have to find a way to put it in the end zone. Chunk plays, explosive plays. That will be the key to this drive.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case. Down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Here's Moore to throw on 2nd down. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. They'll begin the drive with Howard. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. Again, it's Howard. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. It'll be their third and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on second down.
Good! All right, now, look at 56.
On third down, this is Howard. And he'll get this one across the 20, but only up to about the 21. Just a gain of 2 there, and it's going to bring up a fourth down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
And they're going to take it all the way down and just take the delay. That's going to set him back 5 yards. Here's Pat O'Donnell now, standing just outside his own goal line. And he gets this away, angled for the sideline with a lock behind it. Wow. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. Checking the NFL scoreboard there in the fourth now in Minneapolis. At scoring again, the Rams have widened that lead a bit further. If they hold on, a victory there would be their third of the year. Obviously a tough spot here. They need a lot of luck to win this game, but still a small chance.
They've got to make sure they get the ball to the sidelines, get out of bounds, preserve clock.
More now on first down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now Moore looking to throw on second down. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down.
Here we go now. Boom, Landy. Boom, Landy. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Detroit. Detroit.
Throwing on third and long. Moore. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Akeem Hicks in there to drop him for his 5th sack of the year. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal, win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
So for Chicago, it's an important win in terms of staying in the postseason race as they move to 6-4. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Detroit, it'll be loss number 6 on the season for them. And they'll have a quick turnaround as they're back in action Thursday at noon Eastern for the traditional Thanksgiving Day game in Detroit. So that's a wrap. For Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.